Hey everyone, I'm back. So this time I'm talking to our directory members, and this is how to claim your free podcast interview. So if you are a directory member and you happen to be in a tier where podcast interviews is not a part of your package, that's okay. You still have an opportunity to claim a free podcast interview at least one time. And we're inviting you to this April podcast. It is April 3rd, 7 p.m. Central Time. We are coming to this podcast to share with other entrepreneurs how they can have deeper relationships with their clients and build a deeper connection. If you're interested in being a part of that podcast and speaking on that, how you can have a one-on-one connection with your clients, or giving people inspiration on ideas on how they can do that, then you are more than welcome to join this podcast conversation. You are going to text member all caps to 833-705-4352. You're going to text member all caps to 833-705-4352. By doing this, you're going to receive a exclusive booking link where you can go book and sit down in the podcast with us. Again, it starts at 7 p.m. You want to get there probably around like 6:50 so you can have time to set up lighting, make sure everything looks good, network with other professionals, have a good time, get you some snacks and drinks so you can be comfortable. But that's pretty much what we're going to be discussing at this upcoming podcast. If you are a member that is eligible for the podcast consistently, you're still going to do the same thing. Text member to 833-705-4352 because you're going to receive special instruction on how to book the next upcoming podcast, just in case you want to be a part of more than one conversation. If you are a member that's supposed to be receiving a one-on-one podcast, you will also be prompted to go and schedule your one-on-one podcast with me. If you are local and you're not that far for me to drive, then I'm going to be interviewing you in person. If you are not local in the DFW area and you are a little bit further out or you're in a different state, then you will be getting an online interview virtually, but we will still be doing a one-on-one podcast interview. So to determine if your brand qualifies for any of those that I just listed, you just need to text member to that number. Now, I will take a quick pause so that I can shout out one of our brands that happen to sponsor. So this is a brand that's listed in our directory, but they also happen to sponsor our show, and that is travelwithmj.net. I'll let you guys look at that. Visit her website if you like, screenshot if you want. She's a travel advisor and a vacation planner, and she also happened to sponsor our show. She's also a verified member of our directory. Okay, 1 second. Okay, the number is 833-705-4352. And then I'm just going to repeat that one last time, which is that all members are eligible for one free podcast interview. Whether it's a one-on-one or a group interview will be determined when you text the word member to 833-705-4352. Okay. And then, oh, another thing. Please wait 1 to 8 business days to receive your access. All righty. Now that I've shared that, we're going to briefly share to our other platforms, and I'm going to showcase. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and showcase another sponsor, and that is Charlie Shops. Okay, so now that I've highlighted Charlie Shops and I've went ahead and showcased, or I'm sorry, told all of the directory members, I am going to repeat this message one more time for anyone that is interested. So, like I said, there's different tiers to your memberships. Depending on what membership you had, you might have signed up for us through a collaboration. You might have signed up for us through a special promo. And depending on what membership tier you have will determine if you normally have access to our podcast interviews. However, we are doing a free podcast interview for every member of the directory. Whether it will be a group interview or a one-on-one interview will be determined based off of your current status. So all you need to do is text member, all caps member, to 833-705-4352. Just text member to 833-705-4352. And if you do that, you will be assisted within 1 to 8 business days. You're going to receive access to a free podcast interview. The free one for all members, regardless of what tier you're in, is the one that is April 3rd, 7 p.m., where we are talking about how we can develop stronger relationships with our clients. The one that is a paid interview, or I'm sorry, not a paid interview, the one that is a one-on-one interview instead of a group podcast discussion will be available to members who already have access to the podcast interviews, and you will receive a link to book that one-on-one, and you will also receive access to the group podcast discussions. Both of them are wonderful benefits to utilize. The group podcast discussion is a great networking opportunity, but it's also great exposure because multiple people will be watching your show on our YouTube channel, on our podcast, all of the above. The one-on-one interview is wonderful because people will get to learn more about you, and you and I would have an organic conversation that's strictly dedicated to your business. So if you're interested in that, make sure you go ahead and text us, and we look forward to taking care of you. Thank you for being a member of our directory, and you can expect more amazing resources. I'll be back with another resource for members of our directory. Bye-bye.